Hi folks, I have a messy hair day video for you. I just got a new part that I think is new for like the whole replica prop community. So we all from the prop community know what these are. If you don't, this is the top of basically a soda bottle. Nowadays we have like Soda Stream or something, but like let's say it's 1978 or mid 80s, you're gonna have a big metal bottle and a CO2 cartridge goes in here. There's a lever on one of these sides, and your water turns into soda water. And actually, so this is the right model, right? The CO2 cartridges go in this. They go right in there, and this gets screwed down right to there. There's different versions, obviously. This version shows up, oh, I'm falling, I'm sorry. This version shows up all over Star Wars, up in the Millennium Falcon cockpit, on helmets, on other cockpit parts, like the X-Wing cockpit, and with its counterpart on a prop. I think it goes right there. Ironically, this has to go through here. It has to be cut. I'm probably going to cast these. But anyways, that's not what this video is about. We already knew about this. This is the, what would you call it? The oxygen tank that when the Millennium Falcon kind of gets stuck on that asteroid, when they're hiding out in Empire Strikes Back. And then there's like a Minoc or a bat outside, and they're like, we're going to go check it out. They all grab oxygen tanks, and they put one of these on. This is a modern version from the same company that made some parts that are in Return of the Jedi too. But this is a nebulizer mask. There's extra bits and doodads that go on this. There's a scuba strap. It's a scuba goggle strap. It's a whole thing. But this goes on, there's a bunch of them lined up in the Falcon on a rack. And there's actually another version of it. When Luke goes to Dagobah and he has his whole little camp set out, he charges R2. There's some equipment just sitting there. There's at least 2 castings of this oxygen tank thing. But a tank is a tank, right? This is only half of it. There is a bottom half. And I saw it in the snowspeeder cockpit when they're fighting the walkers out on Hoth. The gunner in the back who shoots that cable, and they just like wrap it around it's clever. But in that area of the cockpit, there's these parts, and I'm like, oh, that looks like the thing. Like there's no markings on it. Like how do you I happened to run across this. So a friend of a friend helped me import it. I haven't opened it yet, but I really think this is the part. Sorry, my phone keeps slipping. Oh boy. Okay. So, yeah, it comes with these temporary protective caps. They're now plastic nowadays. Oh, red cap. Wonder if it's a company. There's a few of these red caps that are actually used as prop parts, ironically, in Star Wars, multiple places. Or plugs, as opposed to caps. Anyways, this is the original bag. I think this is it. Wow, there's hand-done serial numbers on it. Is that part of the... Okay, so this is pretty cool. If I remove this, I'm going to show you. These are the original tags. It might be backwards. I don't know if the phone is flipping it or not. Hymatic Engine Control Limited. Or Hymatic England Company Limited. Hymatic, yeah. SP6 stores. There's a catalog stamp packed, that might be 1958 when this was packed up. Packers C. Ralph Limited, inspected by, yeah, serial number DV303, quantity 1, with English catalog numbers. They had like these letter number things for all the stuff for aircraft parts, switches, valves, knobs, brackets, even. They all had like a letter and number catalog thing. These are the original stickers. And look, okay, so this is pretty cool too. Look at that, this little 2963, and I think that's engraved. I think it is. It might be Sharpied, but no, that's engraved with a little tiny engraver, and it's done in like very fancy script. There's one on this too. Look at that. Nice handwriting. There's some serious parts, my God. Look at this. Hey, Dad, you want to help with the big reveal here?
What's that mean?
This is the valve.
Oh, you got it.
I got it. Ouch. There's engraved serial numbers
nice.
on all the parts by hand. These are the original stickers. I think this was packed in 1958. For what it's worth. And there it is. Look at the stuff.
Yeah, the flat side.
Yep. There's a little R stamp. Let me see if I can give that to people there. That's the only stamp on the bottom half. But I think, literally, that just went on top of that.
How is that going to get connected?
Well, I'm pretty sure you disassemble this.
Oh, the top part there and take off.
Yeah, and
take
so
this off.
Take this off. So it's just this part. And it's weird because the end of the prop has like a washer and then a square thing. So I don't know if this part of the valve is included.
Huh.
I'll have to, when we disassemble it, we'll have to see. It vibrates when you knock on it.
Boy, it's heavy.
There's like a spring or something in there.
Yeah, I hear it. Wow, this guy. So you take most of this off.
Yeah, that might be used somewhere else in Star Wars. I don't know. Yeah, aren't those temporary? This is the same type of cap that's on the severed hand saber. It's like a fake red button.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, this is heavy.
Yeah.
You can imagine strapping it on and trying to get it.
Well, that's the thing. It's so heavy that I imagine that they molded these as one unit and did like fiberglass or resin-backed castings, which I can do now. Which would be great, you know, because then... And then you mold this separately.
And then you can put them together and then build it.
And then it just goes on the side. Because when you see the actual oxygen tank, there's a big gap between these two.
Oh, really?
So I doubt...
They didn't fill the gap in?
No. So I'm assuming they're two parts that are stuck together.
Yeah.
Not like,
It's not a lot of area to glue then.
No.
Because of the gap.
And this is cut like this.
Yeah.
This is essentially like the bridging for the tube for the mask.
Yeah.
This goes down to here, and the tube comes in through a valve in here, and then that goes right into the side of the thing. This is wild. It's a little I noticed this on the prop. It doesn't taper straight.
Well, taper is not
It
straight.
kind of reduces a little bit before.
Yeah.
This is heavy duty.
Well, yeah, it's meant to last.
Yeah, I know. It's meant
Let's
for.
see what's it. Oh, then part number, serial number, type number, PSI.
Hymatic England. So that's the company.
Oh, somebody had written something on here. 2963.
Where does that say?
2963.
Those are all hand engraved. Sometimes when you get a balance pipe for an Obi-Wan saber from like Derwent engine, those have engraved serial numbers as well.
Oh.
By hand with a little tiny engraver that they scribe out the numbers.
Yeah.
which I find really cool. I mean, that's somebody in a machine shop labeling the part. Yeah.
I'm not going to force it.
That's okay. I think those caps are threaded.
They're
not just...
This one was the...
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
That's fascinating.
It is.
Yeah, I could see why they would mold it, because then it would be a lot lighter.
It stinks. Yeah, it smells like everything vintage we've ever gotten.
Oh, yeah.
It's musty and...
Yeah, it makes your hands...
Yes. Huh. It does look like this is a cast item with a coating on it. There's a chip on mine right here, and I can see raw metal underneath. But these ridges here have like a sand cast finish, like the Stunt Sabers actually, as opposed to just a machine. It looks like it was machined afterwards. But they look like they're cast from a master. That's so cool. 2963, 2522. Those are all different serial numbers for the different machine parts. 3003. Now the funny thing is this doesn't have anything on it other than that R stamp, which I'll have to look up. This valve is bent inwards to hold the end on. It's crusty too. Wow, this is cool. And then there's another stamp. HOC or HCC 27. Wow. There's a blue tension washer here. And then there's the actual RAF stamp, I think, with that arrow. We've seen some of those arrows on British aircraft equipment. Wow, there's some serious screws on the top of that. I assume they need to be, you know, tough because they're, what would you call it? Probably under pressure. Boy, this is like unused. There's a nice serious valve right there. Steel cone. Steel? Maybe aluminum. Maybe aluminum because it looks anodized. Or it could just be old. Wow. There's a 26 in there too. Okay. That's cool. There we have it, folks. It's an aircraft valve. I'll put more on the replica prop form. But I'm going to mold this so that the community has more access to it. And I can put kits together. I know Ryan Clinton has some parts too. I want his scuba goggle little pieces there. But, like, again, this was a lucky shot, so...
Of course you remember how to get to Alfred, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, you're
That's okay.
How long does it take? 45 minutes or something? An hour?
To get where? To Alfred, New York?
Hour and a half.
It's about an hour and a half, hour 40 minutes. It's longer if I stop at Tim Hortons. And I'm going to stop at Tim Hortons.
Well,
So.
there's when you go through that small town, I don't know, it's Sardinia or something. There's
Yeah.
a Tim Hortons up on it.
Right before you turn onto the
Yeah.
16 or whatever that is. Yeah, I remember how to go. Also, we have Google Maps now and live GPS, so we're lucky. Maybe I'll bring this to the lecture.
Well, then I would bring all those parts because...
Right, to explain, yeah.
To explain...
Red cap. Yeah, this comes off too. There's a... I just did this earlier. There's a hand-done 26 inside. And that's the valve for whatever liquid goes through there.
What kind of liquid do you think?
I mean, usually if it's what I think it's hydraulic fluid. And that pressure would push on something else.
Like landing gear or
right.
Other mechanical things in the plane.
Yeah, I had with the emergency valve that I had before was by Messier for the episode 1 props. And Messier Bugatti was famous for landing gear, I think.
Okay.
This, I don't know about them. I'll have to do some more digging. Yeah. There we go. There's this. And then that. And then there.
Yeah.
That's
Sorry.
so far. Oh, it's okay. Oh, yeah, I have this too. On the white versions that are sitting in Luke's kit on Dagobah, there's a cast of this with this and the valve as one piece again. I think they reused multiple casts, but they plug the holes on this with one of these and then another tank part. There's a wheel and then there's this, and these are both from model tanks they used on like Boba Fett's ship and stuff, because the original SodaStream thing has knobs and stuff in it.
Yeah.
As the oxygen tank. Those knobs are not included in the mold, I'm pretty sure. So they had to plug holes. And this is, I found one of these tanks locally at a model shop. I have to get the other one.
Can't you just mold? Oh, the other one's a little bigger though, right?
Yeah, the other one's a little bigger, and it's a 5-pointed wheel. I think it's from an M5A1 tank kit.
I think it, yeah.
This is from another tank. I think it's a Bulldog. It's something, and this is like right in the center of the main tank.
Okay.
It's like hard to miss. I saw it and I'm like, because I was looking for a flat dome that I think plugs this right here, and it had to be a certain size, and it quite literally it covers it with the same reflection that you see. Yeah, it was really lucky. Which is nice. Tomorrow, he was talking about, I get to go back to my old university and talk to an honors class about Star Wars props. Why it excites me and why I've been doing it for, 12 years or something like that. 13 years, 12, something like that. But this is a very relevant mail call. I have all these lightsabers packed up in a suitcase to go guest lecture. I'm kind of excited. I haven't done it in over 10 years. So have I been doing these props for like 15 years? 16, maybe longer. I haven't done the math, but it's been exactly 9 years since my last guest lecture, so I'm very excited. And I like to keep these too. The archivist in me, 'cause this is where they're from, like literally, like it's stamps from people that were cataloging and packing up World War II surplus, or aircraft surplus at least. If this was done in 58, then it's probably surplus that wasn't used, maybe made in the late 40s or early 50s. There might be more to it. GR, well, that's interesting. 44, AEGR. I don't know, but there is a stamp that has the number 44 on it. So this might be from 1944, just never used. I don't know. This is pretty cool. This is it. I'll do a deconstruction on the RPF. Thank you for joining me for a new part discovery. And this is wild. Like, it had to be the same size. Like, I think it's a little bit bigger by like a millimeter or two. And that matches. That matches. Okay. Bye, everyone.